Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
Decade of marketing experience, particularly digital marketing, a lot for e-commerce. During the pandemic, I actually started an Amazon FBA brand. The product that I had became a top seller. It was doing over $1,000 per day at the peak. I just found the whole business model very clunky. There was a lot of things out of your control. So I actually ended that brand, even though its selling work wasn't that profitable. And that's when I turned to YouTube a couple of years later.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
I'm a YouTube automation coach. So this is a very intensive job. I probably do about 65 to 80 hours a week, just that job alone. I've actually got another channel with a business partner as well. So just between those two things, that's a lot of time. So with this first channel that I've now got for sale, I don't really have the time to give it the love that it needs. Even though it's definitely got a lot of meat on the bone, I'm just not squeezing the juice out that I should be. So I figured, to be honest, I might as well just sell it. Someone else can go away and increase the revenue by 50 to 80% or something. And I can just take some cash now, which from a personal point of view, I kind of need anyway. So it kind of works.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
Most channels, this was quite a lot of work to get going. But to be honest, more in the last 12 months, I haven't needed to do that much work on it. And like I said previously, it's not something that I've been able to devote as much time to. There have been some weeks where I've not even done any work on it. But because it's quite a steady, evergreen niche, it's got a lot of videos. The views that came through anyway, and the revenue stayed relatively steady. But yeah, I would say on average in the last sort of 6 months-ish, I've probably been doing like 5 hours per week. So really not that much at all for revenue of 3 or 4K and a profit of about 3.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
So I think one of the things you need to do to grow it is definitely post more videos. I mean, in recent months, I've only been posting like between 4 and 8 typically. I mean, if you can get that back up to 12 to 15, that would be much better. I think there's a lot of opportunity in the ideas. It seems that more so recently, the top 10 kind of ideas do better, whereas the channel kind of started as single car reviews and got reviews up with. I think the top 10 stuff is probably where there's more gold, and it seems to be on SUVs as well. So obviously that's another thing about this niche that's pretty cool, that even if you were to start feeling like you're running out of ideas, every time new SUVs or new cars come out, you're just blessed with like new content that you can talk about, and it gives you loads more video ideas.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
There seem to be many risks. Like the reward of this channel, it's never going to be a $30,000 a month channel. I just don't think it's going to be one of those. But on the flip side, it means that the risks aren't that high either. I haven't seen many channels try and model what I'm doing. So I think that's been one of the advantages of staying at a lower revenue level. You kind of fly under the radar quite nicely. Risks, I guess, with any YouTube channel, there are certain things that are out of your control. You never know what YouTube's going to change. but I would say the risks are quite low, to be honest. Obviously, you've got a team of freelancers as well. You never know. One of them might get sick. One of them might get a big contract with Netflix or something, and then they leave your team. But these things are quite rare, to be honest. So I didn't even really think about them.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
Happy to support you. I mean, if you don't know anything about YouTube or particularly this niche, I'm more than happy to give you support. Literally, I'm a professional coach in this line of work, so I'll be able to help you for sure. And it actually might be quite nice helping someone else. So I have more of a third party view of it, more neutral, and I'd probably be able to give better advice than I can to myself. Obviously, I'm not going to do it forever, and I won't be able to spend hours and hours per week. But certainly questions, I'd be happy to look at the channel analytics. I could probably quite quickly come up with some ideas for you as well. So yeah, that's pretty much how I'll be willing to support with.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
I would prefer not to do an earn-out payment structure. It's already been priced at a lower multiple than Empire Flippers even suggested. It should be about $5,000 more than it is. So at the current price, it's already a bit of a bargain. I don't want to do anything more complicated than it needs to be.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
Like I said, we've actually priced it lower than Empire Flippers originally recommended. So it's a lower multiple. Straight off the bat, it's better price than I could have listed it for. I also think there's a lot of meat left on the bone, which unfortunately I don't have the time to kind of execute. But I'd love to see someone else post the amount of videos you need to post, test some of the ideas, but also doubling down on the ones that have worked. I've got no doubt that this could be a 4 to 6K a month channel. Maybe you can even get to 7 or 8K. I don't think it's going to be a 20 to 30K a month channel. I mean, with 6K revenue, you could easily do 4.5, 4.7K profit and just consistently do that. So if you're looking for something a bit more steady with a sort of 3, 4, 5K profit, then I think this is a really good channel to buy. And in my opinion, slightly underpriced, which we've done on purpose because I just want to move this quickly. I don't have time to work on it anymore. So I'm happy to sacrifice a little bit of sale value in order to move it fast.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.